scan. I know with this one, I was just like, okay, I'm pregnant again. And I think my biggest fear was, please, 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 I don't want to go crazy like I did with the first one. Welcome to the Mom's Mental Oasis, the show that explores maternal mental health, motherhood, and parenting. We are all about nurturing, supporting, and educating because we know that when we know better, we do better. I am your host, Modern Beni, and it is a pleasure to have you back with me again. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And thank you for joining me. And if you've been here with me for a while, I really appreciate you and thank you. So, we're going to talk about second round. In other words, second time being pregnant. But first of all, hello guys, this is my birthday month, okay? And your girl has been nothing but excited. Another year around the sun. And guess what? I got blessed. At the same month, my baby boy was born. So today's episode is all about that. And we're going to dig into a lot of things. And if you are a mom trying to get a second one or expecting a second one, this is for you. I want you to know that, well, for my experience, that every child that I've had has brought out a very different part of me. I know. What do I mean? I said it before, with my first pregnancy, I felt like my baby girl opened me up. She made me look at my wounds in ways that I have never done before. And that pushed me to really, and I think one thing that pushed me to realize is that, oh my God, it isolated me. I didn't want to be around anyone. And it got me deep into a phase in myself where my confidence was messed up. Like, that's how open I was. I felt everything. And I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do anything. And somehow when she turned a year and a half, I really started to think, okay, I really want to do better. I don't want this. This is not the version of me I want her to have. That's when I remember I talked about how I entered a pageant and it got me out. Then within 2 years, I'm thinking, okay, in the middle of the year, this is 2023, guys. In the middle of the year, after the pageant, I fell pregnant. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm finally feeling like myself. And the thing is, this was my oops. And it was not planned, because the first one was planned. And I think what me and my husband decided was that we're going to wait until, well, I wanted to wait until she's 4, then, have our second one. But like I said, it's this funny thing. This I got from Barney Stinson. And when he says that you want God to love, tell him your plans. Like I was saying, 2023, I fell pregnant. And one thing I'm not going to lie, the second one was much better. It was so completely better. It was better than the first one. And what do I mean? I feel like I knew what I was expecting. I think that's why it was so much better, because I knew what I was expecting. I was comfortable with what I was expecting. And I did not have the energy to do what I was doing before. it was, oh, okay, I'm pregnant again. So like the first one, I was like, over the top, and I felt like I did everything, and I was like, I'm gonna do that prenatal course, I'm gonna do the 4D scan. I know with this one, I was just like, okay, I'm pregnant again. And I think my biggest fear was, please, 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 I don't want to go crazy like I did with the first one. But then, damn, like, it was so nice, guys. The second one, I'm not going to lie, it was nice. I didn't even worry. I wasn't panicking. I didn't care. I was posting. Like, I don't think anyone noticed that I was pregnant. I was posting. Just few people who are very observant noticed that I was pregnant. But in overall, I was posting. I wasn't hiding. I was going out. I was feeling myself. And that has got to be one of the biggest difference between the first and the second one. So if you're a mom who had a very a very special first pregnancy, let me tell you, the second one ain't no way. Well, okay, it's possible, but there's a possibility that it might be one of your best pregnancies. And obviously, every pregnancy is different for every woman. Your experience is very different and it should be acknowledged, and don't even for a second make yourself feel bad about it. But I definitely have to say that when it comes to the pregnancy experience, definitely the second one tops. Now, it's unfortunate that I didn't get a lot of pictures. And you know why I didn't get a lot of pictures? I had a toddler, guys. I had a toddler during this pregnancy. And that was a lot. Like, I was always tired. And unfortunately, when I got home, tired is not a vocabulary word in a toddler's world. You tired? No. Let's play. So I didn't get to do a lot of pictures like I did with her, intimate wise, and I guess that's why I wanted to do a photo shoot, which I did. And we were all wearing Chelsea shirts because my husband is a fan of Chelsea. So his hope is that, our boy will play Chelsea, but I don't know. So as I said before, there was a difference between my first and the second one. And for me, I felt like the first one was a bit harder because I was not prepared for the changes that came along, especially like my mental state. That was one thing that really challenged me the most. But the second pregnancy, man, come on, your girl was like, it was good. It was good. It was good. Especially the first couple of months before the last stages of the pregnancy. For me, it was fine. I would say that my expectations were pretty low. They were very low. And the reason is that I didn't give myself, there was no break. Because like literally there's just 2-year gap between my two kids. And for me, I felt like that's not enough to rest. And everything was still fresh in my mind. Well, that's what I presumed. Everything was still fresh. But I did feel like the second one, God must have went like, my poor baby, she's been through the most. Let me just bless her with this. Let me just give her with this. And I appreciate it the most. But, I just wanted to point this out about manifestation. I remember I posted on my Facebook that I'm going to have an April baby. And guess what, guys? I had an April baby. And this April baby was a boy. Because I remember when I was pregnant with my baby girl, I had a dream. My grandmother came to me with this boy. We were walking. So I'm from Mabopane. So there's this passage in Mabopane heading to Stumokiba. And I was walking there and she was carrying a baby. And then she comes to me and she's like, Tira, take your baby. And there was this light-skinned baby boy. And I'm like, that's not my baby. And when I wake up, I'm like, oh, Jesus, please, can I not have a boy? I just wanted to have a girl. And then bam, the second one, God was like, I'm going to give you a boy. And he's been the greatest. He's been the sweetest. Guys, like, I can't believe how easy it is to fall in love with these tiny creatures. But it has been. And unfortunately, this time I wasn't not as active as with my first pregnancy. And like I told you guys, like I was literally not as healthy as I was with her. Like with my first, I was eating healthy. I would work out. Okay, once in a while I'll have a plate. Like I can't help it, guys. Pop is my weakness. God, pop is my weakness. But with the second one, me and Papa were best friends. I ate a lot. Like I ate a lot. I gained weight. Like I was very big with this one. And the preparation, like, oh my God, if you're a second mom who's going to have another baby and you're not giving yourself space, please keep everything you had, especially if they're gender neutral. Keep them. I literally used everything that my baby girl had. I didn't buy new stuff. I used the same thing. I used the same pram. I made sure when I bought, also a tip for new moms, don't buy certain things that you can reuse as don't make them a specific gender color. Just make them gender neutral so that you can keep using them. And it saves a lot, because end of the day, why do you need to buy so many things when you still have them and they're still good? in especially if they're still in good condition, listen, keep them. I used everything. And I guess what from that experience I have learned is that every child brings out a different version of yourself. Gender, when I found out about the gender of my baby. Okay, so when I found out that I'm having a boy, I don't think I had any expectation, and I was grateful, definitely grateful. It was a different experience. I don't think I knew what I was going to prepare for, but it was I don't think I had any expectations. I was okay with anything because that sounds so wrong, but I really was, because my aim was that my firstborn must be a girl. Then from onwards, whatever God gives me, as long as it's a healthy baby, I'm good. We need to stop using that word. As long as it's a really, a gift from God, I'm okay with that. And I remember when I found out that it's a boy, everybody was, to be honest with you, with the second pregnant, nobody was checking up on me. Ain't nobody was checking up on me the way they were checking up on me with the first one. Like, I don't remember people calling, oh, how's the baby? Is the baby okay? When they call, they'll be like, oh, how's our girl? How's our girl? Oh, and then after they ask me everything about the girl, they'll be like, oh, and how are you? How's the baby? Oh, okay. All right. I think there were 2 people who would check up, or 3, but it wasn't the same, guys. They weren't giving me the attention I got for the first one. I was so heartbroken. Like, hello, I'm bringing an addition. I'm bringing the same name holder. Where is the love? I'm teasing. But I definitely feel like the attention with the second one was not there. Like, most people were like, damn, you didn't give yourself time to rest. You just, the famous like, number 2 already. And listen, man, it's God's plan. Even though we chose, but it's still God's plan. He was like, because I feel like me and my husband did not think it would happen like that, especially considering how we struggled with the first one. But the fact that it happened like that, it shows you how powerful God is in our lives. But unfortunately, nobody was like, nobody, guys, nobody checked up on your girl. And I think that's the one difference. Like, I got so many checkups with the first one. Everyone's like, are you okay? How did the visit go? But just a few people checked up on me on that one. And then some, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie about the support was very much different. And I think maybe it was different because this time when it comes to me, I lowered the expectations a little bit down, and I opened up to getting help. And, I think one person who was excited about us having a boy was my husband. The expectation was that he might go like, no, I'll be okay with. Now he wanted a boy, and he was happy he had a boy, and I'm happy for him. But I'm more happy for me. You know why I'm happy for me, guys? Because I finally have somebody who at least have a resemblance of me. Because my baby girl looks nothing like me. That girl is like her dad. But the boy, I have a twin. And now, you see, having if you're gonna have a baby now and you have a toddler, it depends. I think it all depends on the personality of your child. My child was, she was okay with us. I don't know. I didn't feel any big excitement. She just sees mommy and the big stomach. I feel like she's now more conscious of it now when she's 3 compared to when she was 2. And I don't think she actually noticed that there's going to be a difference. To her, everything just looked the same. There was no, oh, mommy's going to have another one. There's going to be somebody in the house. To her, like, yeah, man. And I think during that time, to be honest with you, she was my favorite. Yeah, I know parents are not supposed to have favorites, by the way, guys. As a parent, do not have favorites. But I'm not going to sit here and lie. My baby girl was my favorite because I wanted a girl. And I think when I found out it's a boy, I was like, okay, it's fine. It's another boy. I definitely love my baby. But I remember I said that to my husband, like, I don't know. Yes, I don't know how my heart is going to divide because my baby girl is number one. So how's it gonna work for this little man? But my husband's like, no, let's wait until the baby's here and let's see how that goes. But I was like, okay. And then the last trimester came. Yo, boys make you so ugly, guys. Just so big. Like I was big and I was so big. I remember I used to complain that this baby is heavy. I can't breathe. This baby is heavy. I can't breathe. And unfortunately, no, at the end of the pregnancy, it turned into sort of a risk pregnancy because I got diagnosed with pregnancy-induced hypertension. And because I was struggling to breathe at night, like I would feel like I'm running out of air. So I had to sit in a specific position. And when they checked my BP, it was very high. Like I was running around 170 over something. Like, it was very high, guys. And that's when I was put on bed rest. And then I had to be on bed rest until the baby was born. And I think I got scared a bit, to be honest. I got scared because I was like, what if this BP doesn't, get stabilized? And then I end up having preeclampsia and then having to do a C-section, which I didn't want to do. I was panicking a lot. And I feel like with the second pregnancy, that's where my anxiety really got worse. That's where I think it was the trigger of it. Not got worse, but it was the trigger of it. And during bed rest, my gynae was like, I love her to bits. She's like, no, you're going to be fine. Well, let's just keep monitoring it. And if it leads to that, it will be that. Hi, guys. And then now we go into the birth. Because the first birth, it was perfect. Like, I didn't struggle with the first birth. I think I started to feel the contractions on the night. Then my mucus came out. Then by 2 p.m., I was ready to be at the hospital. And by 3-4, that my baby was born. And then somehow, because I already, in my mind, that was how the first birth was. I thought the second birth was going to be the same way. One thing I'll tell you this, mamas. After the second one, I was like, I'm never going back. Thank you very much. I'm good. But let me not scare you. Remember what I said. The pregnancy will not be the same. Just because you experienced this with the first one does not automatically mean you're going to do the same thing. And that's what the delivery of my baby showed me, especially my boy. It showed me that, oh no, it's going to be very different. Was I not in labor? And active for if you've been in labor for a long time, mamas, the way I was feeling it, like it was so too much. I think I even got to a point I was like, just cut me, please cut me. Take this baby out of me. I've had enough. But my guy was like, no, you're gonna deliver. You're gonna do it. I was like, no, I can't anymore. I can't anymore. It's too much. It was too much, and my BP was but I did. I delivered a healthy baby boy, and when I kissed him, I was in love. Not every mom gets to automatically feel that instant love of your child. And it's okay. Like, I hate, nobody has, I think it's called an instant, like a motherly instant. That's just bull, man. I feel like when it comes to loving people, you just generally have to grow that in yourself. You have to look at them and be like, okay, this is what I love. This is what I want to nurture. And that's exactly what I feel like it should be for moms, especially when you're going to end up experiencing postpartum depression. Don't feel bad. Don't be like, oh my God, I'm not born. No, mamas, there's something. We all love our kids. Just, there's just some things that require a bit of more intervention. So I think with the birth, the pain was excruciating. And the delivery, Guys, I pushed two babies out of me. And because that's always been my thing. I wanted to deliver naturally, and I did. And can I tell you, then the real work started. Then the real reason, the second reason why I will not go back started, which is postpartum. Now, let me talk to you about the difference between the first and the second one. The first one, my hyper independence was on full blast. Like, I was like, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it in my house. I'm going to do it by myself. I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I cried every day. Not every day. Let me not exaggerate. I cried during the period of time, I think. And I was high on pain medication because there is no way it was that easy. Never. Thank God for pain management. And thank God for bath soap. Like, hello. Like, salt bath was my thing. I'll put salt and I'll be in the bath. Oh, Lord, it made it all better. So what I did differently with the second one is I definitely took help. Gotta thank my mother-in-law for coming through for me. I took the help, guys. Please, let us teach ourselves to take help. Don't be scared of taking help. Like, take the help, mamas. Your postpartum, I think what I forgot was, one thing I took from the first one is that I'm not going to overwork myself. I overworked myself with the first one, which took time for me to heal. So the second one, lazy. And I'm not even ashamed. But I took the help. My mother-in-law is there helping me out. God, I love her so much. I hope she knows that. And I rested a lot. I didn't move a lot. But pain. Oh my God. I feel like with the first one, the pain was not as bad as the second one. Like, And the other thing, I really believed what these Instagram moms posted about how you wake up in the morning and then you start with your newborn baby, you nurture them. Then after you've done that, you go and you spend time with your toddler. You guys play. That is just bull. It happened like my toddler, guys. She showed me flames. Like, one night she just lost it. The biggest tantrum ever. And my husband was like, my soldier man, he took her, calm her down. And then he finally put me down. It's like, I know what you're trying to do. I understand what you're trying to do, but it's not realistic and it's not going to work. The kid needs to go. And I had to let her go. But the acceptance was so hard, but I had to let her go because it was not realistic. Can I tell you something? If you can take your toddler, if it's a toddler who like under 2, like actually let's say under 2 years, the big like the trouble twos, please take them away. Take them to the grandparents, man, and just be with your kid. Because after my toddler left, which is a point my husband made for me that I was in denial of, I actually then really started to bond with my baby boy. Because I said before, when I saw him, oh my God, my heart, I was like, I'm in love with you. But I wasn't bonding with the baby from the time we left the hospital to when we got home and my toddler was there. In my mind, I was always busy. I don't want my baby girl to feel like she's not, she's number 2. I don't want her to feel like she's not loved. But not even apparently, while I was doing that, I was failing my baby boy because I was not bonding with him. And when my toddler left to go to stay with the grandparents, I actually now really, really let my heart be, and I bonded with my baby boy, and it was beautiful. I have so many amazing pictures and memories. One thing I did not do the same way is photo shoot. I did not do the same photo shoot the same way, but I definitely did bond with them. And that's where my heart really divided equally. Because I said it, I'm going to keep on saying this. my love for my kids is the same. It's just the way I share it is completely different. And then I really bonded with my baby. I started to learn his personality, and in that process, I really started to know him. I get emotional when I think about it. And now, when it comes to my mental health, I'll definitely tell you that it was better. The reason why I'm saying it's better is because I was actually with my baby boy. I want to spend time alone. I loved alone time, and I was eager to get back into things. My mind was eager to be more productive, come up with things. Like it was just a different version of me that I didn't have with the first one. The one thing though, I know I even said it when I was going out to my mom brunch club, is that my anxiety, yo, guys, I was so anxious about my baby. I was anxious especially with the nanny, and yo, that's where the thing got. But the other thing, the benefit of having a boy was that it made me fall even more in love with my husband. And I started to see, it just felt very quite different. And I loved it. I like it a lot. But in going back to the anxiety, it really was a trigger. And I feel like after I've noticed that, I really worked hard in improving it, and I put in a lot of work. I think when it comes to my mental health with the second one, I was okay mentally. I was okay. I still have a memory, the pregnancy brain is still there, but my state of mind is much better compared with the first. The only difference is that anxiety was the one that really triggered me, and it got worse when a certain nanny entered our world. Like, it got so bad that I actually ended up having to ask my mother-in-law, can I just, ask for her help? And it got better. I got scared. That's the thing. Like, people don't understand. People that we hire don't understand how much of a risk we're taking giving them our kids. I felt like I trusted somebody, and then they took advantage of my trust. And after then, I can't leave my kids with strangers. Even now, my baby boy is with my mom while I'm working until I can take him to crash. And it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate, because we're working moms. And if you're a working mom who wants to have a second one and you are career driven, prepare yourself. Look, this is my take when you want to have a second one. Let me give you my ideal way of doing it. The one I actually wanted. My toddler being 4, my baby girl being 4, and then having to try for another one. And that would have at least given me a chance to grow my career a bit. But yeah, you know what? It was God's plan. But if you want to have a second one, mamas, do it. Just do it. Really, you can't plan for a baby. Well, sort of. You can't have a perfect plan for the baby. Ooh, that's that. But if you're scared that maybe you won't be loving your child the same way, there'll be a favorite. It's not possible to have a favorite. It's just that your love for them will be the same. It's just shared differently. If you do have a favorite, stop it. Stop. Don't have favorites. Your kids must not be fighting for a spot in your heart. That's just not right. It shouldn't be like that. Your kids should know that there is a spot. There's a seat for you in my table, baby. And you're just gonna get it. Like, the way I'm sharing my love to you, it's all about who you are, because we're learning them. And we're doing our level best with whatever we have. And yeah, that's what I said. I bonded better when my toddler was away with my baby. And then when she got back, I was fine. Like, I could handle, it's not really perfect, but I could definitely handle it much better than when I got back from the hospital entering the home. So The love is the same. It's just I gave it very differently. Okay, and so I just wanna say that to you mamas, that motherhood is not a one size fits all. We all going to do it differently, and we all basing it upon what we have learned from our lives. And I always stress the importance of healing, because I definitely feel like being a mom, I got triggered a lot, and because I took time to work on my healing, it wasn't so hard for me to, do it well. Well, not do it well, but to do it as best as I can. So we've come to the end of our episode. Like your girl said, it's a birthday month, and it's my baby boy's birthday month as well. And it has been an amazing, beautiful journey getting to know my baby boy. So I want to close with this. Remember on the previous episode, I had a mom and she was talking about us having affirmations. So I want to do this for every episode when we close, throwing a little bit of an affirmation there. You know what I'm saying? But yes, this is the affirmation I'm going to close with you. I am a growing woman, raising growing hearts. I am doing beautifully, even when it feels messy. My love is enough. My presence is powerful. I release the guilt, the comparison, the fear, and I welcome grace, softness, and strength. I am not who I was with my first, and that's okay. I am becoming who my children need me to be, day by day. I am a good mother, and I am a whole woman, and I am doing beautifully amazing. Thank you so much for joining today's episode. Please like, comment, as well as share our episode and subscribe to the channel, guys. And you can also go to our Instagram page called mummyspace_ for more resources and tips. Have a lovely day.